Good afternoon, Chair, Vice Chair, Council members. Just so you know quickly, I'm a little shaky right now because I was actually working and I was listening to this morning, and I tried to get on and I couldn't, so I stopped my work and I flew in from Kaneohe. I am opposed to this. Growing up in what we call the city at Haleiwa Housing, part of my life was raised in Wahiawa, graduated from Lelehua. Our family was always at Waimea Beach. And back in the day, those of us who are old enough, it was a very small one road. You didn't have that type of traffic. What I have noticed being a driver, Uber driver, you do see a lot of development no matter where you go on this island. What I want to share is every time I drive through Haleiwa, I think back when the freeway wasn't there, when most of the shops weren't there, and that was our country town. I considered that part of my town because I was also from Wahiawa. I want to give you just a couple numbers, and these numbers are pretty outdated. Sorry about that. Oahu has approximately 100,000 acres dedicated to urban use. Our total acreage on the island of Oahu is about 386 acres. So urban use has already taken up almost a third of our land. As far as for agriculture, and this is again what I'm getting online, it is approximately 41,000 acres of ag land. What I see this is if we want to be self-sustainable, those numbers actually need to flip. I know we can never flip it because of what's going on. We have developers, Ho'opili for one, in Ewa and Kapolei. That was all ag land, well, especially Ho'opili. Not sure about the Ewa side, but Kapolei side. They are now urban, and most of our local people cannot afford to live there. When I drop off my deliveries to them, I ask them, how much you pay for rent? One girl told me, local girl told me, $3,000. I said, you're out of your mind. Because it's very small knit, right? Ho'opili is very small, it's like a building. And she said, but that's all they could afford was $3,000. If we do this to Haleiwa town, we're gonna have that same problem. I did hear people on both sides of the fence. And I understand the construction workers, because my family are all construction workers. However, we have 386,000 acres of land on Oahu, which we see a lot of buildings going up in other areas. What I would ask all of you to think about is once you make this change, you can never go back. I've heard testimony, the developer, Mr. Anderson, has he been really thinking about the people, or is this about the money? And let me call the elephant out in the room. That will be our third smart city if we continue with this. Kapolei and Ewa are already in that mix. So I'm asking, as a constituent, most of you see me here most of the time, think about this. Before approving it, kill it, go back to the drawing table, figure it out, listen to the constituents, listen to many of those who can't make it, redesign this. Do I believe we need more homes? Yes, but we gotta figure out a better way to do this. There's a lot of land on that stretch coming from Wahiawa to Haleiwa, which are kuleana lands, but we don't see the people getting it back. What I saw last week was a lot of that land being sold by private entities. That land should come back to the people. And I think that's where we need to continue this fight. It's so quick to allow developers to get these lands so that they can build housing. But for who? Our people cannot afford it. You've heard my testimony before. That rent or purchase of those homes will be astronomical. So I'm strongly opposed to this, but I ask you guys to take this back to the drawing board. I'm not saying kill it and destroy it. Take it back to the drawing board. Stop it now before we all regret it. Thank you, Matt Wire, for going against it. Appreciate it. Thank you, I yield.
Thank you.